Hey everybody, welcome to BombSquad. I'm Dan Stacy, and you are about to witness my nerdy family and I use silly voices and exploding dice to tell a good story. And once again, we welcome Adam from the Interplanar Crossroads in the flesh.
Greetings and salutations, travelers. Welcome back.
The heart flutter.
He loves it so much. Oh, all right. I don't think we have any other announcements. Let's
like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, you know what I haven't done in forever? I apologize. Thank you, locals and Patreon supporters.
Thanks.
I know.
Yeah.
Spasmo, Mr. Moral Compass, Great Mustache. Who else we got? Chiro Chiba.
Cheers.
Ricard. That's my dad.
See you.
Thanks, Dad.
Who I know I'm missing some other people. I mean, thank you guys, all of you.
Chiba. You said that one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Spasmo.
She is the best.
Yep.
You're the best.
And
I mean, they're all the best.
Can't see that.
I know, but she's just
That's so
so
get
kind
jealous.
because we like.
they're
just
like
so kind.
They're like
Mr.
cats.
World
They'll start
Compass, so
fighting in the
kind.
Discord if you get
Yeah.
get jealous. Okay, stop calling one better than
It's
the
like
other.
saying who's the strongest like superhero. You can't.
It's like
Superman.
No, listen. I'm probably one of the few
Millennium
people that can.
Superman is the strongest superhero. He's as strong as the Source in Marvel. I mean, in DC. So,
Fight me.
I mean, it's objectively part of that particular setting's
Before we dive
storyline
in,
lore. But
because they'll go on for forever on this. Listen, each one of you locals and Patreon, you are each my favorite.
you're all stronger than Millennium Superman.
100%. Look at me. I'm not blinking. I'm looking you right in the eye. 100%. You are my favorite. Thank you all.
Look at my face. See what I'm saying.
Don't listen to the Jin.
Don't listen to this shit. Everybody's gonna hate me because of this character. I'm glad that we got to interact beforehand.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wait
oh
till
my
I play
gosh.
Medieval Tale of Hay.
Oh, that'll be good.
a bee. A bee.
I'll be all right.
That's a fly. I just wanted you to
I don't know. It's not true, but let's dive into the buggiest episode of BombSquad.
Wait. It's the huntingest episode of Bob.
Sure. Okay. All right. Let's dive into the huntingness. No, I don't like that. I don't like that.
That
Hold
was
on.
the Jin. Sorry.
Hunting it.
Ilyad just.
Let's dive into the most huntingest episode of BombSquad. And let us dive back in. Wow. That was intense.
I
All right,
was in
everybody.
a completely
hunting.
different plane of existence.
Well, I just thought with Zach's music, you were going under the water. You just kept going down.
I was flipping.
Yeah, oh,
That's
okay.
what he meant.
Yeah.
I mean,
what
I
it
was under the water. Now I'm above the water.
Look, Mom, I can do a flip. And
Maybe
then they
this should
just
have
kind
been a
of dip
nautical
their head in and
adventure.
flail a lot.
Yeah. Are you drowning? Oh no, you're doing a front flip. Okay. you made it.
We're good.
All right. Anyways, there's a lot of hot Dadbods in this room right now. We were making that joke earlier. So
That's what I tell my kids all the time. They say they're hot, and I say, "Well, I'm here."
there's Zach.
But
All right.
it is.
So we're going to enter a little bit of a time skip. We're going to do a challenge event. I do want to hit some little RP moments as you guys are making your way, tracking this beast, which is about as much description as you've gotten. Monster, was it?
Big creature, monster. He uses those words interchangeably.
Oh,
He's not
yeah.
particularly descriptive.
Yes.
Kill the beast.
There we go.
Now that's in
I
your
can't
head.
think of the
Yeah.
actual song.
Oh man.
That's
That's pretty much that.
pretty much
tone.
it.
That's right. Yeah. You got it.
What kind of a beast are we hunting? Like, are we talking about like some say, big thing of the field, or are we talking like something a little bit infernal, or maybe Prince in Disguise? Tam was telling me about this story about this beast. It was a prince in disguise. He has a change of heart, and it was
He was
it's
a
just-
frog.
In character.
He
No,
was,
that's
I mean, if you want
it was a
details, you
David
can ask for
moment.
details.
I know. That's what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
All right, we'll start because it's
Are we
us.
starting with-
We'll start with an RP moment.
All right.
Ilyad and it's days later, still arm in arm, and Kari's asking you about the creature.
yeah.
I don't know specifics. In due time, I'll learn more.
Oh, don't be so stingy, Sahib. And he says, and he touches your shoulder. Don't worry. It is a creature that is very old,
Okay.
very large, larger than a house, I would say. And
How exactly house-sized and shaped is it?
I am unfamiliar with how large houses are nowadays comparatively, but I've seen one stories. I believe they're called stories, and then two stories, closer to two than to one. I suspect it may have grown up a little bit. I don't know. Big, several legs. How many are normal for a cat?
4.
Oh, it has
Most-
extra then.
Okay.
Big. Horns.
Like, it depends on what kind of a cat. Like, a house cat or a bus cat?
Not bus cat.
Okay.
House cat. Multiple legs. Big, muscular. Good beast for implanting something undesirable for people to find. Oh dear. Should I have said that?
Planting? Does it dig? Does it have paws?
Ah, I've said too much. Don't worry. Sahib will protect you. I'm sure he will.
Jin, stop talking.
Perhaps not anymore. And he does fade away.
Is he
but
always
he makes
this
a remark.
cryptic?
Unfortunately, yes. If I need to know something, I will find out.
Okay. So this is enough to go on. It's finding something that has large and many legs. Well, there can't be too many things like that to track.
Yes.
I think that's the perfect segue. Unless I don't want to
No.
interrupt him, but
No.
let's do the first round of the challenge event in tracking the creature. So, Tormentor, I think you know what you're doing. And then what is everybody else going to do to help track and find this creature? You know a general ultimate destination you're headed for that the Tormentor has explained we need to head for, but there is a chance of running into it on the way.
15
Do we have to
from
go
the
in a
tormentor.
15, okay.
Specific order.
No, anyone can shout out. We're doing
Oh,
challenge
okay.
event.
Uberg is just going to use his perception.
Okay.
He's got nothing else really. I rolled 24.
Okay.
Oh, we're learning.
Sure. What are you looking for specifically, or trying to recall specifically?
Little bits and pieces, tidbits that Marie would share, adventure stories that Tamron would tell,
Okay.
things mom, dad, cousins, uncles. Kari's a people person and has heard and collected a lot of this stuff. Somebody has to read the books that are the family ones, and Kari is one that has a penchant for that.
Okay. That sounds good. I like it.
14.
Okay. 15 CR, so that is 1 failure so far.
Ilyad has an idea.
What are you rolling?
10, 14. Ilyad wants to, I guess, I'm doing it through my influence to play a theme song to give our group, with the exception probably of Jin, some motivation and confidence.
Okay.
And it goes a little, well,
Yep.
I should
Please.
wait.
No, if you're going to sing.
Oh, okay.
Please sing.
It's all coming out of the flute. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doo. We all start bopping heads.
Not all of us.
Even 𝒔𝒑𝒂𝒅𝒔 wings just
Not
kind
all
of
us.
just
I
sit
don't know
there.
about
Wait, he doesn't wings?
No.
I thought he had. You're not a.
That's
No,
from the
my
armor.
armor had the wings,
Your armor had the wings. Okay.
and I took that off.
All right.
a long
Well,
time
maybe his
ago.
ears twitch, or his eye
Yeah,
twitches. and
my
his eye
my ears and
twitches.
my eyes twitch. What you think is dancing is not.
He's unconsciously walking in step with the beat without like
The soldier in him.
the soldier in him is doing it because of that's what you did. You walked in the beat.
That's funny.
But I probably did not beat the.
15. 15 was the
15.
hit. Yeah. So 2 failures, 2 successes.
Oops.
That's right. So I think actually Ilyad's music, you almost can remember someone thinking about what information you got from the Jin. You almost feel like it sounds familiar, but then Ilyad started playing his flute.
Oh, you're just so
It's
enamored.
just a little distracting.
Well, yeah, Kari's currently just, well, what's the No, Kari has just got an idea in her head. She realizes that maybe she wants to learn an instrument, but probably not one around. We'd have to be like reeds or anything.
Rory presents.
Reeds? Gourds?
We are heading towards, so you're heading
We're-
south west. You've left the city and you guys are traveling towards the Orcish territories and the plains where a lot of the blight has hit really heavy. And that's where you're heading towards. There's some savanna area that leads into ultimately kind of more desert
So there'd be a
area.
small, tough, hard gourd or something. Like
Sure.
this.
Yeah, absolutely.
$15.
I think that's a success.
Okay.
A nice gourd. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Phil, can you grab the weapon, the fly swatter that's over there?
weapon?
Yeah, I call it the weapon. Remember, if you kill a fly, you get a legend point. So it should be right
What
over
about a
there.
stink bug?
They're so slow. It should be on the desk with the computers. If it's not, we'll find it later.
It
Oh, you get
attacked
it?
me. It came and it.
Dive bomb.
I know, but then it sat there and watched you. Yes, I know. It's telescoping fly swatter. Oh yeah, 𝒂𝒂𝒅.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so, anyways, meanwhile, as Kari sweats flies, Jin, you're keeping up with general tracking. You don't pick up anything extra special in that, but it's on the move. It's on its regular path as regular as it can be, path that it usually travels. 𝒂𝒅𝒔, you did perception, right?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to start picking up tracks. You can see that it probably has 6 feet.
Okay.
But what's weird is that you'll catch tracks for a little bit, and then they just vanish. Just gone, as if it was walking, and then it's just gone. Either it took off into the air, but there's not like enough pressure as if it like jumped off or something. It's just the paw prints will just stop. And then you're stuck just following where the tormentor is telling you to go. And after a while, all of a sudden you spot the tracks again. And it does seem like it has some kind of heavy tail that kind of swishes every once in a while. And the footprints are definitely erratic in their movement, as if you would almost guess it was wounded or something. Okay. Let's give another moment. So we're going to say that's a couple days of travel. We're getting closer. Yeah, go ahead.
Based on the footprints, can I tell what kind of animal it is?
I think that would be the next challenge event roll if you want to lean into that more.
Okay.
It is definitely something feline since the Jin already hinted at that, you can say.
Yeah, but Bag doesn't believe it.
Yeah, but I would say that would have to be the next roll if you want to really dive into that.
Okay.
So, do we want to do any scenes, any RP before we go into the next round of challenge event? As you guys are continuing on.
Well, we've been going on for several days.
Yeah.
She volunteered to keep watch, which means
okay.
the dragon goes to sleep. Which
Right.
means the Jin.
Yes.
Yes, dear. Now tell me, your family, lovely sounding. It is lovely sounding. And they live where?
Well, it's hard to say. It's a continent away.
Oh,
I don't suppose you've ever been up to the...
you traveled so far, little doggier.
Well, it's just really nice to be out and about. But all the same, it's, family's nice. We're all over there now. Everyone just kind of moved out. It was a long year, but a lot of very proud advancements for the family. I mean, we already have 𝒕𝒐𝒔 all over, but it's been a big move with the next generation.
Yes.
All the same, though, this is my adventure, and I'm really happy about it.
Oh, yes. It's wonderful. Ilyad seems very happy. And I'm glad that he has finally picked another one. So I will let you have your time.
Has he
on
been
your
happy?
watch. It depends on with whom. But,
Well, just, the year away from Ma's party and all, I just was just wondering if he was, still okay.
well, I'm sure sometimes he needs help. I offer it, but of course, we had such a schism between us when the leaving and all of that. Myself, Nicomedes, and he. Perhaps later we will bond. Perhaps you will help us facilitate me helping him.
Oh, well, that's easy. You just need to speak a little bit more clearly. I think that when you're a little vague and cryptic, and that's fine and fun and all. But I think that if you were to really just tell him what we're looking for, I think he would respond really well to that.
It is possible. Maybe I will try your statement. But there are bindings upon me that might need releasing for that to be useful to him.
Some curses lurk like that.
Yes, very definitely cursed. Everyone deserves their freedom, As you said, freedom is important.
It certainly is.
Can Ilyad use observant even though I'm asleep to
Sure.
see if I wake up to this?
Yeah, it's a perk. I like that.
Okay.
Sure, you can wake up at the end of that conversation.
Okay.
You don't even have to roll. If you're using observance.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I like that.
You're
That's
so
cool.
smart, Austin.
Golly.
Cough check. Okay.
So I just can't.
Yeah, do you want to interject
Yes.
or do you just want to hear?
It's just like a sudden. Kari? Is everything,
Yes. Excuse me, of course.
Yes.
Is everything all right?
So she'll wheel on over, and of course, and she'll grab a stick and stoke up the fire a bit.
Why don't I swap out with you and I'll watch for a minute. Your Berg seems sound asleep.
But Yberic sleeps with his eyes open.
So
He is very much asleep, but his eyes are open, so you look at him and he's just staring at you.
But I know that's oh, he's sound asleep.
He looks so patient.
she'll work taking some of the braces off of the wheelchair so that she can slip out of it. Kind of locks the wheels, undoes a couple of buckles, and slides out into the sleeping bag. Tries gets fitted into it, keeping pretty close to the fire.
And then Ilyad kind of walks over to... Are you still substantial or visible?
I'm still visible, yeah.
Still visible, okay. Jinn?
Yes, Sahib.
I know you like to be somewhat friendly with Kari.
Does that bother you?
Let's just say I think there's been enough of it, and please tread lightly.
I promise to tread lightly.
That gives me all the confidence I need. He walks away.
Okay. So as you're walking away, he kind of says to himself, I promise to tread lightly. And he goes invisible.
Nice. All right, next round of the challenge event. We got 2 failures, 2 successes so far. There's not a limit. It's going to determine good and bad things by how many failures you guys stack versus how many successes. So we don't have a specific target we're going for. So you can't use the same attribute you just used.
So we're going to do...
Yeah, you can keep doing
presents.
Oh, all right.
So Kari's going to get up in the morning, bright and early, and is going to cook up, rations, but as best rations as we can possibly manage, whether it's some stuff that's supplemented from like Ilyad's magic bag. Oh no, wait, who has the magic bag?
Oh, I think I
Quinn has
handed it
magic
off.
bag. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Too bad. Anyway, well, she's gonna see if she can gather some maybe there's some small poultry bird. She can pick a couple of find some eggs from, or dried stuff from town, and kind of mix it up, make some salads and kind of things. But
okay,
we have a little bit of meat, cook some muffs. There's a good smell of it, and is going to wake everyone up in the morning with. Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. We've got a big, busy day here. We're going to be going out hunting and tracking, and we're all going to get well-fed and enthusiastic about this. We've got this, guys. We've had a good start.
Is going to, he's just going to dive on her and, try and cover her mouth. I will use...
The big die is a 1.
Oh,
but it did explode on the...
There we go. All right. Uh-oh.
Okay. 11.
Okay.
I rolled my agility. I got 19.
Is that just for fun, or is that your challenge event roll?
Oh, no. I mean, that's just for fun.
Okay, you got her.
I didn't know. Just say, was that part of your challenge event?
Yes.
Oh, that's so funny. No, he just needs her to be quiet.
It probably would have gone well.
We are trying to be quiet so that we can hunt. Why do delays have to yell everything?
Because it's the morning and it wasn't here all night.
Ilyad just leans over to Bear. Doesn't she have a wonderful voice?
A slight success with a twist. You actually have a really hard time gathering supplies for a good meal as you're entering into the regions that are really struck hard by the blight. You're just seeing the food scarcity, the food shortage going on. What are you boys rolling?
I rolled learning.
Okay.
Partially, I wanted to be able to see more about the tracks, learn about our environment around here. Obviously, the blight is obvious in this area, and so I rolled a 19.
19. Okay.
And I'm gonna roll.
Just made it.
I'm gonna
Let's see,
roll perception.
Okay.
1d8.
Was
Kind of-
18 was the CR. Okay.
Yep.
Do I need to? I should probably. I think I have to pick something specifically that I'm looking for. Or can it be 2 things?
Yeah, it'll depend on how far above the CR you get.
14.
14, okay. Look at you guys. Cute
Jeepers.
little couple.
The lovebirds.
Yeah.
It's so pretty to see.
It's hard to get things done in the infatuation stage. How'd the Jin do?
The Jin got a 23,
exactly did you say
I
about-
believe it was.
about-
He exploded
okay.
on his D6.
Beautiful.
So
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry.
So-
Clap check.
maybe if I can flavor
Yeah.
the success that
Sure.
the Jin had, he's all looking at her and all that stuff. And the Jin, in his one of his corporeal moments, you see him you see the host body reach down, touch the grass and the dirt and the waste, and he just feels it. And he stands up and he looks to Ilyad and he says, "You know, I was here before this was waste. I saw it become waste." And he's not speaking, it would seem to Ilyad, he's not speaking actually to Ilyad. He's just saying, I was here, and it was luscious and verdant and beautiful, and we tore it away. It was delicious. Much like your gnome.
You are despicable.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
For a moment, I thought there was something that you could see that was good in the world. But I'd be a fool to think that.
I'd have to agree with you, Sahib. I'd have to agree with you. You are safe, Sahib. But perhaps what you love is not.
And I would imagine I've gathered enough just in that conversation to know.
Whatever you've gleaned is what Ilyad's
Okay.
gleaned. Yeah.
All right. Ilyad's gonna lean over to 𝒂𝒑𝒅𝒔. 𝒂𝒑𝒅𝒔.
Yeah.
I know we have such a long, deep, warm, and conversational friendship.
𝒂𝒑𝒅𝒔 just looks around.
Would you be willing to do me a very, very important favor?
I am not going to brush your hair again.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that. No, I won't. At least at the moment. If I get a burdock, though, I might need some assistance. But yes, anyways, I have serious concerns, as I'm sure you probably did, but I may not have been aware of with bringing Kari along. Could you please keep an extra eye, just to be aware, in case there's something that I'm not seeing? I trust your ability in that way.
An eye on what?
Well, particularly the Jin, to make sure that he's not chatting it up with Kari.
I suppose at like this moment, like Kari is just like kind of like wheeling by, passes by the Jin, and it's just like
He smiles warmly
I saw
at
like
her.
like. Did you try talking more openly with him?
Yes, there's still such a rift, but we will eventually come to terms on things. And eventually the chains that bind us will be broken, and we will be able to have a full, free relationship.
Excellent. And so yeah, he's taking my advice to heart. So she's gonna like wheel on and keep looking for tracks and stuff.
𝒂𝒑𝒅𝒔 gonna turn to Ilyad.
I don't think I am the one that needs to do the looking. If you have concerns, you need to express those. Tell her the truth of what it is. Let her decide for herself.
I feel like, yeah. Ilyad gets the point.
However, I do not trust it.
Nor do I.
Remember that, but guard your heart. It speaks silver tongues in your ear.
Yes. All right. I may take a moment shortly and wander off if you don't mind keeping our joyful friend company.
Wander off to do what?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just needs some private
Challenge
time.
event number
I
3.
was going to say challenge event number 3, and we'll come back to the RP on that after. Okay. Cool. Learning wise. What was it you got again? I'm sorry.
19.
19. Okay. Right, you just made it. So,
Yes.
whatever it is big. It doesn't seem by the paw prints that it should be as big as the Tormentor has been hinting at. But it's hard to say. It's still doing that disappearing and reappearing thing, and it definitely, you confirm that it is moving in a wounded fashion as if it's in pain. And the paw prints resemble something like a massive lion or some kind of feline predator.
Can I tell how
Big
far
cat.
away it is? Can I see? I mean, based on how fresh the tracks are, can I see?
Yeah.
I mean, is there a general direction? Even though they're disappearing and reappearing,
Yep.
is there a direction that they're going? Do they seem sporadic? I mean,
The
Ooh, and Kari will,
Yeah.
while rolling along with it, will call, and the time in between disappearances. How far would you say it is between where a set leaves off and the next set picks back up?
Well, it depends on how fast it's traveling, I suppose.
It's not like leap. It's not like a leap distance, right? We're talking
No.
like maybe is it like a quarter mile?
it's varied.
Okay.
I would say you guys have seen enough where you can't detect any specific pattern, but you can confirm it's weird. There are some times where there's just no tracks for a couple hours of travel. And then there's tracks, and it'll blip. They are sporadic in their motion, but always consistently traveling in the direction that the Tormentor is saying we need to head.
okay.
But there's definitely something weird about it's not always here.
Can I tell what? It's not always here.
Because it literally, again, it's not like you don't see the signs of like leaping or taking off or
Right.
anything. The tracks just stop.
Stop. Can I tell which of the legs are wounded? Or how it's like which one's dragging?
Yeah. There's no specific leg is dragging. There doesn't seem to be an actual damage to the legs. You're not seeing blood dripping. But the way it's moving, it's like staggering around, almost like drunk-ish or something.
Does it fly? Like, it may have 6 legs, but what if it has wings?
There's no indication of flying. They just stop.
Exactly. Like, maybe it gets tired, it has to land and walk for a bit, but maybe it has some way of elevating it. It floats up a bit. It maybe has wings. It flies until it gets tired. That's a little bit random. And then it lands and it walks a pace.
I'm not going to discount that possibility. How would you suggest we look at both?
Yeah, let's keep our eyes on the sky too.
Anything you'd like to add?
Go ahead.
If for you, dear, there is, of course, the problem that you're running into is that you're assuming it stays material all the time.
Be more specific.
Are you saying it's similar to you?
The Sahib catches on. I am not always here either. We are in a place that she herself, the wise little dog-eared one, has told us that is connected to the Sea of Stars, you call it. Such a pretty name for what it really is.
And what is it?
Sea of Stars?
You said Uberg wouldn't know that.
It's not very familiar, no.
It's
You would know it's referenced with death. That's the only thing.
Sure, but as a place, like
it's a place.
It's known as a
beyond.
realm. It is known as a realm, or the in-between. It's like the in-between space between the realms.
The what is it is more of a pointed question, like not the like I got that. I want to know. Then it's obviously something else.
You all call it the Sea of Stars and make it sound so pretty, and it is like it is good and it is a safe place to go. It is wild. It is truly the void. She who rules death thinks she has it under control. Her and her shepherds. Pathetic. She hasn't even the foggiest idea how wide and open the void is, and what lives there in the far reaches where none have trod save me and few others. Deep things lie in the void. And be wise, dragon. I do not fear them.
That's funny. When Auntie Ingrid talks about it, she seems to know a lot, but also fear it.
And Ingrid knows of the Sea of Stars?
Of course. I thought you must have spent more time with her than maybe I gathered.
Most of the time I'm cleaning up their messes.
Oh. Yeah. But
that changes things.
Uberg, I relate to that too. It's really a chore, and it's part of the team is someone has to clean things up. It builds, I think, a bit of appreciation, Life is messy, and people are messy, and adventures are messy. But, the difference between, adventuring party and a raiding party is how much you care about the mess that you leave behind. I'm just saying that that's important too, even if it means you don't get as much time with the rest of the party and doing the fun things.
Tormentor, you sense it coming.
Ah, a friend arrives soon.
What do you mean?
How fortunate for us. Be ready. 6 legs, horns, tail, fins, mane, and
Mane?
no flight, dear.
Oh.
It is large. You look for something stuck into its body, some wounded place that won't heal.
Wait.
Why are you telling us this?
Because I'm here to enjoy the show. And he goes,
What did Peter say?
Everybody roll for initiative.
Oh,
This isn't related to the thing that Peter told us about, is it?
Everybody roll for initiative.
No! Oh my god, no! Oh no!
Related.
You see, Uberg, you see all of a sudden, like, Kari's face just goes white. Oh.
I think it thematically, so he starts to back away from the group. Not like I'm getting away from you guys, but
Yeah.
when he says I'm here to enjoy the show, dust starts to swirl. And he just goes incorporeal, and instead a creature kind of charges the creature you're about to describe.
Yes.
Charges through.
I'm putting a legend point into the initiative because
Okay.
I need the time to suit up, so to speak.
Cool. I love that. Yes.
I rolled a 28.
28. Okay.
14.
14.
I got nothing over here.
17.
17. Okay. Go ahead and, if you can, start putting people in order. I'll see where the
Yep.
monster shows up.
Does the monster have a name?
Not yet. Monster.
Okay.
Monster.
You'll probably know the name of the other thing. but, you know.
27.
Nice. All right. Actually, it's on here.
So as soon as you know, that hint and Kari's skin goes pallid, and she's just like mentioned Peter, she immediately like again throws her arms into the sleeves behind the wheels. There's the sound of a couple of gas canisters releasing pressure, and you hear a bunch of the joints in the wheelchair loosen up and open, and the cart becomes a little bit more agile.
Cool. And at the sound, at the seeing of her white face, hearing the Jin's comment, 𝒂𝒅𝒔 is going to get in a very defensive stance. The staff that he has, I don't know if I ever described it. He fights with a staff. It's a good, thick, wide beam pole. At the tip of one end, one end there's a pretty heavy. It's not a. How do I say this? It kind of cones out, and so it's a really heavy end to it to compensate for on the other end. There is a tip of something, but it's shrouded. It's covered. It's covered in a cloth, and it's tied up. And you don't know what it is, right? But it's heavy enough to be able to need a counterweight, right?
Okay.
So that his staff is perfectly balanced, and he uses his staff, specifically the heavy cone end. If he is going to strike on something, it's that end. It's not the cloth end.
Huh.
So when he goes into a defensive stance, there's the swirling, keeping his space around him, but the staff is in place, ready to be able to strike if he needs to. But being always watchful, I think putting himself in between you and whatever's coming. Clearly we can see it coming now, right?
Not necessarily.
Not yet.
Oh, I thought you said he was coming through
Oh, there's
like
sand.
death
Yeah.
storm.
It's not
Infinity
always
Storm.
here.
You will be seeing it shortly. Rolled a 52 for initiative.
You did?
So,
J-Bars.
yeah. So monsters on top.
Okay. You rolled a 14. And
17.
17.
Kind of thinking maybe. Well, no, you guys can see the dust, so you see it coming. Jin, where would you like to be?
He's insubstantial, so he can watch from. He's got a front row seat right
Fair
now.
enough. Mm-hmm.
He will fly up eventually, but
Okay. Tell me, guys. I'll let you say where you're standing. Dust cloud coming from this direction
I
towards
think
you.
Kari's going to move closer to
I was
Ilyad,
gonna
and then
say, I
𝒂𝒅𝒔
like
stepped
the-
in front of her.
Yeah.
Feel good?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, as you guys actually realize you're turning around to look behind you, and the creature, the dust storm, and the creature coming through it is heading still in that same direction you're heading, and outbursting from the sand. There's sand swirling, and then you start to see dark shadows are mixed with it. Is this massive creature? Six-legged shaped more almost like a female lion, but the tail that starts swinging around, and you see it as it's like kind of falling to each side as it's running. It's like something is wrong. Maybe something stabbed into it in the back or near the spine. It can't quite move properly. And coming up from the spine, there's this huge mane that kind of spikes up and goes back, but it's wisping with shadows. And the shadows and the sand that's surrounding it is making it larger. So you're not getting a crystal clear image of it. It's as if all this shadow and sand is creating a larger, a blown up image of what's inside it, making it look that much more massive, maybe 20 feet tall. And there's these two massive horns that come out of the sides, almost like bull horns, sticking straight out, and this tail whips behind it that has this fin almost type of end to it, and then along its back, coming out of the shadow in the sand every once in a while, is like this like dorsal sort of fin sticking on the back of it. And you just hear this like kind of painful scream coming out of it, and it's just charging straight forward through you, through all of you guys. It's going to head in and charge through. I'm going to use this thing if it'll stick in its butt.
What?
The thing just needs to go.
No wonder it's in pain.
It's kind of broken.
No.
We're just going to use this.
I'm not pulling it out.
Now, do we know our goal with this? Like, do Ilyad and Ylberg in particular? I know he probably knows.
The Jinn just said, look for something in its back, if I remember
Look for
correctly.
a wounded spot that
wounded spot.
it's not healing.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. So it's going to come in, charge right through you guys, passing through and just bowling through all of you with a damaging attack. Kind of, it's almost falling, and there's sand. It's almost like this blizzard is whipping up around you. And it's going to be area attack. Just double checking. Okay. Hold on. Hold, please.
Hold, please.
Last one. Oh, there it is. Okay. Taking that out. Explodey. So we got 20, 24, 30 so far.
So
34 total on the three of you.
How
Ylberg. 34.
For each of us?
Yes. Yep. Area
Jeepers.
attack of 34 as it
kidding me?
bursts through you. And it's going to send everyone forced move Bane for those getting hit. LOL. In different directions. Ilyad and Kari are sent to the sides. Ylberg, you're actually dragged with it straight back.
Okay.
You can, of course, choose to defend if you want.
Can
I'm
Kari
going
make
to.
2 defend actions with Sentinel?
Yep, absolutely.
So 1 for her, 1 for Ilyad.
Okay. Roll it up. 34 is your target. You can roll both of them, and then we'll see how
Okay.
it goes.
Okay, so let's see how this works. So can I roll? Is there a specific stat that has to be used for that? Or,
However you're set up, do you have protection, or did you go with might?
agility. I'm
Agility.
mostly trying to like dodge.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Now, are you fully set up? Because it's not your turn yet, and you're saying you're taking some time to turn, but you spent the legend point to speed it up.
That's kind of my thing. It's more
Yeah.
of using cripple to set things back. Is more of that than straight up making it impossible.
Okay. Yep.
So So I want to use agility to move Ilyad out of the way, and then move myself out of the way. But I don't want to describe the action as it appears yet until I see how successful it can be.
Okay, sounds good.
And for Ilyad, I'm gonna throw in a legend point for the dodge for him.
All right, dingity ding.
So that's 3. I'm just gonna run out of these things. Forget what I
got extras.
have. Okay.
I can pass them out if needed.
So for Ilyad, ooh, good. 27.
27.
For Ilyad.
Okay, so that brings your guard is now 27, so that's 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then for
It's
myself,
still enough for the forced move. He has, it has.
it does not
focus.
aid me. 17. Yeah, I rolled the same.
Okay.
So,
You can use 15 feet of movement if desired. You get that once for a defend if you want to move yourself from where you got force moved.
yes. So, Kari's going to clamp down on the canister valves that are in the sleeves and behind the wheels, and you'll hear a rev of a couple of flywheels as they're pneumatically powered, and it starts to spin inside of the wheels, and then on a release it engages, and the wheelchair puts in a burst of speed. The wheels can shift forward and backward to kind of arc and spin, and it throws Ilyad out to the side, and doesn't quite get Kari out of the way enough to avoid the damage from the creature, but
And this thing's erratic in its movement too. Like if it had been going straight and normal, you would have been fine, but it's suddenly.
So in hitting Kari and knocking her with that damage, though, she's able to shift the other wheel around to absorb some of that momentum and throw herself back around closer to Ilyad, putting herself between the two of them.
Nice.
So as much of that as I can accomplish, though, with that 15 feet of movement.
Okay, that's 15 there. That's awesome. I love that. Okay. And
just to check, the 24 I got for him doesn't beat its guard, does it?
No. No, it's got to actually beat its roll.
Oh, it's got to beat its roll?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
and whatever you roll over the roll, that's damage done to it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's fine.
But, and Ilyad still did get pushed because it has the Bane focus, and now it's charged through.
Wait. Shield gets advantage too, right? That's one of the things for mine?
For your shield. Yeah, you get advantage too from the shield.
I didn't even do that.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
All right.
So for Ilyad's, there would be another... Okay, so that would be 11 in place of the lower of the rolls. So another 7 on that.
7. Oh, that brings it to 0 then. So no damage for Ilyad. That would be 34 total. Woo!
But if you're saying if there was more, I would actually be able to damage it.
Correct. You can spend a legend point?
Yes. I want to damage it. Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We'll add a minimum damage on there. Ding, ding. Thank
Sweet.
you, Adam. So that means Ilyad did not get pushed back.
Okay.
So he's staying there right next to you.
Well, no, I'm pushing him out of the way, though,
Okay,
all the
he can-
same.
yep,
Not
yep.
push back, but I'm pushing him out of the way.
Okay,
So,
sure.
so then with that roll, instead of just pushing him back, once Ilyad is out of the way, one of the wheels comes up and off, and with her arm she just smashes into the leg of the creature as it's going by, and then loops it around and hooks it back into the cart.
Nice, okay.
So then for herself, so that would have been 7. Okay, so not Not much better for her own. It would prevent 1 more damage. Up to 18.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. So she's still taking some of then. So then with the impact, she'll spin around and put herself where she needs to be.
Yep. Okay.
But I damaged the creature, which means inspiring champion.
Yes.
That triggers. So I get to heal all allies some amount.
Yeah.
It's a D4.
D4?
I think it's 2d4.
But you might be right. Let's see.
Because I maxed this one out.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that is tiered, isn't it? I've
Yep,
almost got it.
2d6. Or 2d4.
2d4. Awesome.
So all allies who can see the attack heal. And these explode?
Yep. Stop it.
7 points of damage.
Nice. Right.
So as she's up and smashing it down, you hear, "We can take it!"
I love that. All right. Who's up? 𝒂𝒅𝒄𝒂.
Perfect. Oh, we're just dealing with the monster's attack at the moment, right?
Yes, and the
Okay.
defend action. So now Kari doesn't have her major action on her turn.
Gotcha. I'm gonna take it. So
Okay.
there's no defendant action on my end.
Okay.
So I don't know if you need to.
You
moving.
heal the 7.
Right.
Yep. And that's
great.
it. Yep.
So I'm sorry. Is it gonna be my turn now?
Yep. It's your
okay,
turn now.
So it's my turn now.
Yep.
Can I use a minor action to be able to perceive what this thing, how it attacks, what it attacks with? Can I perceive?
Yeah, sure.
Ultimate goal would be resistance.
I think unless you have prescience, it would start with perception.
Yep.
You could on your next turn maybe add a logic onto that to gain some more, but
But I wouldn't be able to gain enough knowledge to be able to know how it attacks.
no, you would. Yeah, if you want to like compound on that, you could do a logic after that, but it would have to be next turn.
Gotcha. So here's what I want to do. I want him to be able to notice part of his training, be able to see what's attacking him, how it's attacking him, and then being able to essentially go into that style of self-defense to be able to resist the damage. So I want to be able, my major action want to be resistance of those types of attacks.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Roll the
Okay.
perception.
Okay. 21.
Okay. Yep. It is the thing that you're picking up is it's not really attacking. It's actually just so big and it's charging through you guys. It's moving erratically that in that moment you realize it's just running. It's just trying to get away.
So there's not like entropy or anything like that. There's no.
It would be a might.
Okay.
A might, yep.
Okay.
So you would do resistance against forceful attacks and you're protected. But the extra thing on top of that, is that it's not really attacking.
It's not really attacking. So
Like it's not directly attacking you. It's just massive, and it ran through you guys, and you're just in the way.
Got it. Okay. So would resistance be even worth it?
Well, yeah, I would still. These are still mechanically attacks, so you'd be preparing yourself for that kind of
Okay.
just brute force.
Okay.
But it's just a little on top of that of understanding that the mindset.
Yep. So basically forceful. Okay.
Kari, you'll have some movement and your
6,
minor, and then it'll be
17,
the tormentor.
25.
So get ready if you guys
Oh
know
my
what
gosh.
you're doing.
33. 37.
So nice.
For
Okay.
resistance.
Highest power level.
9 additional. So
Yep.
high level 7. So 9 on my
Plus 9 to your garden toughness.
My garden toughness. Okay. You said it dragged me with it.
Yeah. You got forced moved back 15 feet.
15 feet. Am I behind it, in front of it?
You're kind of
Side?
under it.
I'm under it.
It's 20 feet.
Tall.
I mean, you're actually getting that sense of there seems to be a smaller physical form is still pretty big.
Okay.
But that shadow and sand is making this much more creature.
Okay.
And you're
All right.
being buffeted by the sand. The shadows seem to pass through you and leave cold afterwards. And then there's those paws that you've been tracking are just trampling over you.
If I move away from it, will it do an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Okay.
Only in that it is moving erratically
It's all
and
over the
flailing,
place.
and it is giant.
Okay.
But you are prepared for that with your increased defense.
Yeah. So I'm not going to do very well standing underneath it. So I want to be able to move away from it, even just to the side or from a different direction. Yeah.
Sure.
So I do want to move, I don't know, 10, 15 feet out from it.
Okay. Move that way. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And here comes the attack.
I know. It's always nervous.
Kojak. Okay. One explodey.
Can't you keep it
41.
still?
Okay.
Jin shouting at you.
What is that?
Can't you keep it still?
And he doesn't even pay attention. He's not focused on that. Woo. It's good.
Unreal.
I didn't eat dinner.
Same thing, best friend.
That's fine. I'll take it because most of my stuff healed from Kari anyway.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'll take it. It's not that much.
Okay.
Because of my higher resistance.
Right, yeah.
So
Awesome. All right.
cool. Thanks.
That's your bear. Kari, any movement or minors?
What's the terrain?
Say again?
What's the terrain like?
You're getting towards the end of the span. You're starting to get into deserty, more desert type. And it's that mixture of, you think the land is actually transitioning into a desert, but the blight has also destroyed so much that it's a lot of dusty, dirty ground, some sparse vegetation.
Nothing of a tree.
Roll your presence.
Yes.
There could also be like mesa stuff.
Sure, that's true.
Rock
Yeah.
formations, perhaps.
Sure.
Yeah, I need
see how-
intel on that.
let's say
I'll
there's
say most
definitely
of my
gonna be
minor is my
something-
minor action is going to be a perception to look around for that, but I will roll my presence to get the just to be that little bit lucky
Yeah.
in what's
I'll
around.
determine. We'll definitely say there is going to be something. Your presence will determine how accessible or close it is to your current location.
Okay, my perception is 26.
Okay.
My presence. Oh, okay. 16 for the presence.
Okay. So there's going to be. Put something down here. There's going to be. I like the mesa type idea, but it is over here. With your 26 perception, you spot your closest higher level.
So some kind of like a rocky intrusion that's
Yep.
that's grown up.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you also, as it's kind of rocking, rolling, it kind of turns really sharp, and there's this moment where the wispiness goes away and you get a glimpse inside of more of the solid part of the creature, and like jammed right in at the front of where that dorsal fin begins is some kind of sharp crystalline shard stabbing into its spine,
Oh.
and then fades away again into the sand and shadow.
Okay.
That's Kari. Do you want to move at all? You do have some movement.
Which direction is the creature heading right now?
Straight
Oh, it's
that way.
heading. It's heading towards that structure.
Relatively, it's going to pass by it on its right.
I want to move as far and fast as I can towards that structure.
Okay.
Just slightly on my side of it.
Okay, this way.
Yes.
Yeah, 5. Well, do you want to stay out of range or take the shortest path? Shortest path would put you in range for an attack of opportunity, or you can kind of stay just outside of range.
I can stay just outside of range.
Okay.
Okay.
Get you there. So
Yeah.
you're within 10 feet of it-ish.
Nice. Okay.
Jin the Tormentor.
I think the Jin will probably... It's probably going to do another Demoralize versus the Resolve.
Okay.
And flavor-wise, I expect it to fly up into the face of the creature because he doesn't want it getting away. He wants them to get stuff. So he doesn't want it to get away. He's going to fly over to where he thinks it's going to go.
Okay.
Not getting in the way of his plan, but necessarily, but kind of, in fact, seeing where she might be going and then standing in the way of it going the other way.
Gotcha.
And it's going to use that to demoralize it and kind of be a presence over there.
Yes.
Whether it perceives it as it will probably perceive it as something nasty, because what it's going to do, since the Jin was involved in this creature's torment, it's going to use just thematically use its alteration, actually using entropy, but thematically using the ability to alter itself to show itself as it was when it hurt the creature.
Nice.
And did this in the first place, and say, "Not this way."
Nice.
And show at least what it would recognize as the true thing, and probably scare it back towards where she's going.
Yes.
Tari making
100%.
this like tactical look over her shoulder, seeing that, you know, you've maneuvered to drive it towards the structure. Shout out like, "That's right, keep it going."
And
She just
advantage on it.
looks at
Advantage on the roll since you're utilizing that past history.
Okay, so that, and then entropy, 2d6 plus
And then
another
Ilyad,
d6.
you're up next, so if you know what you're doing.
So advantage would do this. Okay, that's a 17, a 5, and an exploding 6.
Ooh.
So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31.
That is exceptional success for sure on that. So we'll have it actually starting to move towards Kari's direction. Not only demoralized, but also moving away.
Nice.
There we go.
All right. Ilyad.
So first off, Ilyad's seeing all of this, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. It's not like I need to use perception or anything.
No.
Okay. Charging back towards Kari now. So I've now sensed that there is something in its shoulder based on what
That you haven't seen.
that I haven't seen.
That's
okay.
the only thing you haven't seen.
Okay.
Yeah. That's specifically Kari's seen.
Okay.
But you see everybody. Kari's moving this way, shouting to everybody. Yberic is pulled away. He's getting trampled a bit. He's kind of rolled out, and the tormentor is kind of corralling the creature toward Kari.
Okay.
Would be terribly unfortunate if something bad happens to her.
Can I? Oh.
5, 4.
I want to speak
3.
to. I want to just scream out to Jin, because I can see that he obviously was directing it, and I'm gonna command him to shift it, and then I want to leap to a tree,
Okay.
hopefully getting Kari out of the way in the process.
That mesa sort of thing is the closest high ground.
Where am I? Oh, okay. All right. So yeah. So I'm gonna head there, and then I'd be able to get Kari out of the way as well. Do you need to roll agility or just use that as my move
Well, if you want, so your movement can get you to the foot of it.
Okay.
If you want to use your major action to then get up on it, you can just auto get up there. But you won't be able to do anything else
Okay.
other than a minor. Or I'll do a risk reward. You can roll agility to get up there fast.
Okay.
And if you succeed, you'll still have your major action to do something.
Okay.
We'll probably do a disadvantage like a charge. If you fail, you're stuck down at the bottom of the mountain without your major... Stuck down at the bottom of this thing without your major action.
All right, I'm going to try and do it.
Okay.
So agility, I'm going to use the legend point.
Ooh, nice. All right.
Oh, that was almost...
the
Just
ding.
a ding. We're
Yeah.
at 5.
That's true.
All right, we're getting there. Eight's the target for rolling D4. And...
Why am I... D... 2D8. I always keep forgetting.
It's going to be...
And
I think
one
an
more.
18 is going to be right for this, so 18 or higher.
Jeep. All right. 16,
You can never
22,
trust his reactions.
I
He
know.
always sees his low one first.
Yes.
22.
Well, you've got it.
Okay.
He's always
All right, 24.
And
I
it's
know, because I always...
24.
You got
it's
it.
always the low one
I
first.
want
Okay.
to see it to be as high as it possibly can be.
And now, as I'm doing this, I'm gonna call out to Jin. Jin, you will aid us. Direct it away from Kari.
No, draw it in.
Well, he's going. Okay, you heard Kari say that.
And you hear
You can... Oh, go ahead.
you hear very clearly, "As you wish, Sahib."
Oh, tears.
You can do a major action at disadvantage.
Right now?
Yes. So you
Okay.
can throw daggers if you want. You can... You're up about 10 feet.
How far away is it, though?
From
It's-
you right now...
Would that be why it's at disadvantage, or because I've already...
No, because I let you
Right.
climb up. You rolled high enough that you were able to get up there, and we're
Yeah.
treating it like a charge. So you can do your action, but at a disadvantage.
Okay.
But
I
it's
feel like I
within
wanna-
range of your daggers. It's 20 feet, and it's 20 feet away from you. But it's a 20-foot
Right.
cube.
I feel like I want to wait. Because I don't know... I feel like I'm still, like, observing what it wants to do first.
Okay, you could do major action for perception.
Okay. All right, sure. I'll
Sure.
do that.
Go for that. Roll that up.
Roll
We'll be back at the top.
perception.
Yep.
1d8. All right, 21.
Okay. You also spot that crystalline shard that's in its spine there as it's whipping around, and you see it. You also catch, you get this brief moment of looking at its eyes, these giant feline eyes, and they're as much as you can tell, focus on the Jinn, and they kind of, focus in really hard, and then just, you can tell it's gonna whip around and go wildly right this way.
Okay.
And it's the monster's turn, so that's what it's gonna do.
That's convenient.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, let's see. I gotta make sure I'm in the square there. Okay. So it's gonna go, it's gonna whip around, and it's gonna charge in and just slam into the mesa that you're on and bust through Kari as well. Kind of, again, it's running like, and there's wind, so you're also getting whipped and hit by sand, and anytime the shadows cross through, you just feel chillingly cold. And it's gonna charge through. You know the drill. Okay, low roll. Let's see. And no explodies. Okay, you guys might be okay. Let's see. 14, 19, 21. 21 against guard.
I'll take it.
5 over? Probably not.
What is it, 20?
21.
Nope.
Okay.
What's the leave you at?
17. Joe, it's only 4 over.
Is it worth me doing a defend?
No.
No? Okay.
No, Kari is very much like, Ilyad, I got this!
Okay.
That's the monster. You bear.
Am I within range?
Well,
Not really.
you might be. On the next episode of BombSquad. This has been another fantastical episode of BombSquad. We went really long because these guys are awesome. This has been an Avenue Studios production. Do give us a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to follow the adventure. If you are listening to us on podcast, do give us a review as it helps spread the word. You can further support us and become a part of the ever-growing force known as Avenue Studios by joining our locals or Patreon community. Doing so will not only help us continue to create high-quality content, but you will also gain access to our exclusive Discord where you can watch games with us, play games with us, watch movies, chat, and so much more. Don't forget to check the links in our description below for all the music, sound, and ambience that we use. And how can they find and support you, good sir?
They can find the Inn of Planar Crossroads on YouTube, BitChute, or, hopefully, on the IOPC.com or innofplanarcrossroads.com. Both of those work. You can check us to support us. You do so on the support icon there. Click on it. It shows you that we have Patreon, Subscribestar, assuming that everything's worked out on the webpage, and maybe locals, as well as, by this time, hopefully a PayPal direct pay option, so that even if you support just one time, you get access to the Discord, where we release any kind of PDF content that we make to our supporters, whether one time or continuous.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you guys so much for joining the adventure, and we will see you next time.
Ciao.
Bye.